वेलकम बैक everyone to our Guidance City YouTube channel with the program COVID से लड़ाई psychologist के साथ. And today our guest is Anindita Mukherjee. She is a clinical psychologist from Kolkata and the HOD at Sister Nivedita University. Welcome Anindita to our program.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for inviting me.
Hope you are doing well and safe and sound with your family members at your place.
Yes,
So,
yes, I'm.
yes. So, Anindita, as you already are into this profession and working from long time, so what type of cases you are getting these days?
Actually, almost 2 years of this prolonged pandemic situation, everyone is getting affected by stress. So, not only particular psychological cases, I would like to focus on the irritability generally. Irritability, aggressive behavior, persistent low mood, feeling anxious, adjustment difficulties in sustaining motivation is becoming very challenging for not only for adults but for children as well. Now, in this surrounded by pain and death, second wave is aggravating mental issues very much.
Tell me one thing that last year also we have gone through this pandemic situation, and this time also we are going through lockdown and everything, the second wave. So, what kind of differences you are getting this year?
This year, basically, um, COVID related issues, if you consider, there we get four types of or categories of COVID related issues. Number one are persons who are anxious of getting affected. Previous years, these amount of cases were very much prominent. The people who are not actually affected by COVID but anxious of getting COVID affected. And this time, persons who are suffering from COVID-19, the persons who are recovered and battling with post COVID symptoms are very prominent. And also, another category, the persons who lost loved ones. This year, yes, these are the issues.
Yeah, right. This year we can see like number of deaths are increasing day by day and all. So, Anindita, could you please reflect on how to handle grief during this time?
Yes, sure. First, I would like to say that in general, the first three categories which I have mentioned, that persons who are anxious of getting COVID, or persons who are suffering from COVID-19, or the persons who recovered and battling with post COVID symptoms, for these three categories also we can help those persons by telling them you need to be very clear about what you can control and what is beyond your control. So things you can control are COVID related number of COVID cases. You cannot control the number of COVID cases, oxygen saturation in your body, viral load, availability of bed, oxygen infrastructure, what is showing in media, or what others are thinking. So we need to divert our focus from these factors which we cannot control and focus more on the things we can control, like healthy eating, maintaining proper immunity, rest, medication, proper medication if you are suffering from COVID, meditation, exercise, take all the basic, maintain the protocol, COVID protocol, take precautions, ask for help. And others, you need to know that if you have recovered from COVID, you can extend your hand to help others. Be thankful and be a support system for others. And for the final category, the fourth category, which I have mentioned, that um, who lost their loved ones, you have asked specifically for this part. Yes. Mm, Death is destinated and inevitable grief in this period. So, grief because of death is natural, but sudden, this type, it is sudden, unexpected, and untimely demise of loved ones. This creates complicated grief. As per in our we all know about the psychologist Kubler-Ross. The Kubler-Ross model said that individual is going through a grief and finally accept the truth through various stages. there are several stages of grief. Number one is denial, where the person is not ready to accept the truth. The second is aggression, when the person blames others or self for the situation. Next comes bargain, when the person begs for another chance to rectify those mistakes and try to go back to that situation. And finally comes the depression, where the person is perceiving the situation as helpless, seeing himself or herself as worthless, and viewing future as hopeless. And at the last stage, acceptance comes. So these are all the phases of grief. Let the person who lost the loved ones move through these phases in his own way or her own way. Give the person adequate time to cope with the situation, to accept the bad news. We don't need to forcefully pull them out from the situation. Some people may take 4 days, some people may take 4 weeks, some may take 4 months. Some may cry, some people may become irritable, some might be very quiet. So, on the basis of their coping style and personality style, they need to react to that situation. So, we need to respect that and just give them some time to settle down. Next, we need to be there to listen. We don't need to say something or say anything, but just to be there with them all the time. We need to think that the person who lost their loved ones should not take any decision immediately because of their emotional state, negative emotional state. They should not take any major decisions at that time, because uh, generally in this sensitive time, their cognitive functions and proper decision making process, it hampers. So let them give some time to settle down, then take decisions. And we need to help them to maintain proper routine. Proper routine means not very rigid that at 6 a.m. you have to wake up, not like that. Flexible routine, but on time they should eat, on time they should sleep or take proper rest. These simple routine we should encourage them to follow. If they are comfortable to share their thoughts or express their emotions, they can do that by telling their thoughts to someone or journaling, or means noting down those thoughts. That is very important to express or channel out those emotions. And finally, we need to remember that the person is not present with us physically, but the relation, emotional bonding, and memories they share with us is always there. So we need to take good care of those memories, because memories will be there with us forever. That's what I want to say.
True. I really can relate all those stuff. So, Anindita, can you share some of the tips for those people who already have lost their loved one, right? And like very close one, like parents, people are losing, like they are also like losing some close people from their family. So, what would be the management procedure when the person will show some, irritability, or will come up with some anger outburst, or some will come up with some symptoms of depression? As you already have shared that journaling and let them feel with, I mean, go with the time and everything. But still, I would like you to enlighten us with some more tips so that our audience can apply.
Yes, yes. Firstly, as I always said, that don't push those people to come out from the situation suddenly. Give them some time, just be there, listen to their problem, not only problem, listen to their expressed emotion. They need to just tell their problems, tell their physical state, emotional state, just to be there. This is the main thing. Okay. Next is maintaining proper routine. As I said, that maybe they are not feeling hungry, maybe they are not feeling disturbed sleep is there, but just to take rest, just to have something to be there. That is all I want to share. I want to share.
Okay, that's great that our audience will obviously follow these things and will apply. So, Anindita, our last question to you, as you are also a mother and a human being, right? You have a kid at your place. So, during this pandemic phase, how are you like coping up with your challenging situation at your day-to-day life?
Yes, as you said that, yes, mental health professionals also feel stressed. I also feel stressed, frustrated, or sometimes I'm not feeling well. But I always practice what I preach. So generally, I do physical exercises regularly. I do meditate regularly, and I like to nurture my hobbies. Not every day, but whenever I get some time, I generally try to listen to music, or um, I like to spend my time with my families. I am, with God grace, I am really supported by a very good, beautiful family. So my parents, parent-in-laws, husbands, all of them are very caring. So whenever I feel low or want to discuss something, I generally share my feeling with them. Um, I love to cook. So sometimes if I get a chance, I do cooking. And apart from that, as you said that, as you know, I have a little one in my house. So whenever he smiles at me, automatically reduces all my stress. So yeah, that's how I manage my stress.
That's great to know. Yes, I already know, and I already have seen some pictures of your son.
Yes.
And yes, you are a great cook, that I already know. Okay, thank you, Anindita. Then thanks for coming to our show. And audience, please do subscribe to our channel for more videos. Do like and share this video with your family and friends, and keep loving identity. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Namaskar.